The town square of Harmony Springs burst to life under the soft glow of string lights, adorned with banners of vibrant colors that danced in the evening breeze. The air was rich with the aroma of food stalls, offering a tantalizing mix of flavors. Laughter and the sounds of cheerful conversations intermingled with the tunes played by a local band, creating a symphony of celebration. Jake and Emily found themselves amidst the lively crowd, attempting to soak in the joyous atmosphere that enveloped the town. Despite the shadows that lingered in their minds, the festive spirit was contagious.
You know, for a moment it feels like the whole town forgot its troubles.
That's the magic of Founders Day. It has a way of bringing everyone together.
As they strolled through the festivities, the colorful lights and the energetic ambience created a temporary refuge from the weight of reality. They approached a makeshift dance floor where couples twirled to the rhythm of music. The band transitioned into a melodic tune, setting the perfect backdrop for a dance. Jake extended his hand to Emily, a silent invitation to partake in the dance of joy that unfolded before them.
Care for a dance?
I'd love to.
They found their place on the dance floor, surrounded by other couples lost in the rhythm of the music. The night embraced them, and the dance became a shared moment, a celebration of the connection they had discovered in the midst of the town's festivities. As they swayed to the music, the atmosphere became charged with a subtle romantic energy. The shadows that had lingered in their minds momentarily faded, replaced by the anticipation of something new, a budding romance that had found its rhythm in the dance of joy. The town square transformed into a canvas of celebration, each step of the dance marking a moment etched in the tapestry of their evolving relationship. Amidst the music and the laughter, Jake and Emily found solace in the enchanting spell that Founders Day had cast upon Harmony Springs. Amidst the lively dance floor at the Founders Day celebration, Jake and Emily twirled to the rhythm of the music, fully immersed in the joyous atmosphere. The colorful lights overhead cast a warm glow, creating a momentary haven in the heart of Harmony Springs. As the music reached a crescendo, Jake and Emily decided to take a break and wandered toward a quieter corner of the town square.
That dance was wonderful. I needed this tonight.
Me too. Founders Day sure has a way of lifting spirits.
As they caught their breath, their attention shifted to a commotion near the refreshment tables. Daniel and Lila, often in the periphery of their awareness, were huddled around Henry Mitchell, their expressions etched with concern. Henry, though still engaging in the festivities, seemed slightly off.
Something seems off over there.
Yeah, it looks like Daniel and Lila are really concerned about Henry.
Jake and Emily exchanged a curious glance, but attributed it to the general camaraderie of the celebration.
Must be nothing.
He shrugged.
Maybe Henry had a bit too much to drink.
Yeah, it happens.
They continued observing from a distance, unaware that the seemingly innocuous scene before them held the seeds of a dark conspiracy. Daniel and Lila, exchanging furtive glances, continued their active concern, creating a facade that concealed their true intentions.
Do you think we should check on Henry?
Nah, he's probably fine. Let's not spoil the mood. It's Founders Day, after all.
Little did they know that the seemingly festive atmosphere was about to take a drastic turn, leaving behind a town shaken by tragedy and a budding romance overshadowed by the specter of murder. As Jake and Emily returned to the dance floor, the lively music embraced them once again, inviting them to lose themselves in the celebration. Their steps intertwined, the atmosphere of joy weaving its way around them.
It's almost magical out here, isn't it?
Sure is. Founders Day has a way of making everything feel lighter.
As they danced, Jake and Emily couldn't help but notice Daniel's peculiar presence. He seemed to be everywhere, popping up in the crowd as if he materialized out of thin air.
Have you noticed Daniel?
Emily whispered to Jake.
Yeah, he's been acting kinda strange, hasn't he? Like, where did he even come from?
I don't know. I've never seen him around before. And suddenly he's at every corner of this celebration.
Maybe he's just an enthusiastic newcomer. Harmony Springs does have that charm.
True, it's just, I can't shake the feeling that there's something off about him.
Well, let's not let that spoil our night. We'll figure it out later. Right now, let's enjoy the dance.
They continued to sway to the music, the worries about Daniel momentarily set aside. Little did they know that the shadows lurking in the corners of Harmony Springs were about to cast a darkness that would envelop the entire town. As the night progressed, the Founders' Day celebration began to wind down. The once bustling town square now bore traces of the joyous revelry that had unfolded throughout the evening. The laughter of townsfolk echoed, mingling with the soft strains of music that lingered in the air. Jake and Emily, hand in hand, strolled through the now dimly lit square. The festivities had taken a toll on the crowd, and only a few stragglers remained, savoring the final moments of the celebration.
It's been such a wonderful night, I hate to see it end.
Yeah, it's been something, but all good things.
Before Jake could finish his sentence, a sudden commotion erupted near the refreshment tables. The subdued murmur of the remaining townsfolk transformed into a chorus of gasps and exclamations.
What's happening over there?
As they hurried toward the source of the disturbance, a disconcerting sight met their eyes. Henry Mitchell, once the lively mayor at the center of the celebration, now lay motionless on the ground. Panic rippled through the crowd, and whispers of concern filled the air.
What the?
Emily gripped Jake's hand.
Oh no, this can't be happening.
The townsfolk, realizing the gravity of the situation, formed a somber circle around Henry's lifeless form. The atmosphere, once filled with joy, now hung heavy with disbelief and sorrow.
Henry, someone call for help.
As the realization of Henry's death settled in, a profound sense of grief gripped Jake. His emotions, already heightened by the vulnerability of expressing his feelings to Emily earlier, now cascaded into a whirlwind of shock and sadness.
Poison. I heard someone say poison.
Emily whispered. Jake's fist clenched, his eyes reflecting a mixture of sorrow and anger. The shadows that had cast a looming presence over Harmony Springs had now manifested in a tragedy that would leave an indelible mark on the town. The night air, once filled with laughter and celebration, now hung heavy with an unsettling stillness. The townsfolk, their faces etched with shock and grief, dispersed from the town square, leaving behind a somber atmosphere that mirrored the weight of the tragedy that had unfolded.
This can't be ignored. We can't just let Henry's killer slip away.
Emily, standing beside Jake, sensed the determination in his voice. The joyous occasion had transformed into a scene of sorrow and suspicion, casting shadows over the once thriving celebration.
Jake, we need to be careful. We don't know who did this or why,
she said softly.
I know, but we can't just stand by. Henry was a good man, and he didn't deserve this.
As the townsfolk dispersed, whispers of doubt and fear lingered in the air. The tragedy had not only claimed the life of the beloved mayor, but had also cast a pall over the budding romance between Jake and Emily. The uncertainty of the situation seeped into their connection, leaving unspoken questions and a shared sense of vulnerability.
Jake, we'll get through this together. We just need to be cautious.
Jake gazed into the distance.
I can't let this slide, Emily. I won't rest until we find out who did this.
The once joyful celebration had become a backdrop to an unfolding mystery, one that threatened to unravel the fabric of Harmony Springs. Jake, fueled by a mix of anger and determination, vowed to uncover the truth behind Henry's murder. As the chapter concluded, shadows loomed over Jake and Emily's budding romance, challenging the foundation of their connection. The town, gripped by the aftermath of the shocking event, faced an uncertain future where festivity had given way to foreboding.